Antonio.
You think I sent someone to shoot Antonio?
Did you?
I had nothing to do with it. Look, I'll admit Antonio is problematic, but he's family.
What do you think actually happened to that $100 million? I mean, do you think Antonio's lying and the guys that were after him didn't run off with it? He'd actually already had it stashed somewhere?
Anything is possible. I mean, how could we have known about the palm print business? I mean, using Antonio of all people.
Yeah. And who could have it? I mean, it certainly isn't Carlotta Vega.
Well, my guess is that it's now in the hands of El Tiburon.
Yeah, whoever that is.
Sidebar, Your Honor.
Kevin deserves to rot in hell for what he's doing to Kelly.
Yeah.
How many women's lives does he have to ruin? What are you looking for?
The magic bullet, but it's late.
David, did you find something that'll help Kelly?
I sure thought so, but I'm beginning to think that I was taken for a ride.
I ask that you censure Mr. Emerson for his behavior here this morning.
On what grounds?
Bullying my client, manipulating her testimony, not to mention ignoring most of your warnings.
You're just not used to losing.
Mr. Emerson, I despise courtroom theatrics. I suggest you save them for your next jury trial. You are scoring 0 points with me. Back to your corners. Miss Williamson, your witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mrs. Buchanan. Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness at present, but I reserve the right to recall her.
You may step down. Next witness.
Your Honor, I would like to call Duke Buchanan to the stand.
There aren't going to be any surprises, are there?
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Kevin Buchanan is your father. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you say he's been a good father? Would you say that Kevin has been a good father to you?
Well, my parents have been divorced since I was really young.
I understand that. But I'm asking about your relationship with your father.
He's my dad.
When you were growing up, did you live with your father?
No, ma'am. With my mother.
Well, did you see him often on weekends or school vacations?
Well, no. My mom and I moved to Texas when I was a baby.
Well, he could have flown out to see you, or had you flown in to see him. Did anything like that ever happen?
Not often.
Well, then you must have been happy when your father married Kelly Buchanan and moved to Texas.
Objection.
I'll rephrase. When Mr. Buchanan and my client moved to Texas, they lived within 50 miles of you. Isn't that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So, did you see your father more often then?
Well, I mean, around that time he was getting involved in politics, so he really didn't have a lot of time for too much else.
Didn't he invite you to social gatherings, holiday celebrations, his speeches, things like that?
Well, not really, but my mother...
What about Mrs. Buchanan? Did the two of you develop any kind of relationship?
I guess I was probably the typical teenager at first, but I mean, she was so great. What could I do? And she really was terrific. She went to my football games and school plays. I mean, even parent-teacher night, stuff like that. And it was fun with my mom.
But like your father, wasn't Mrs. Buchanan very involved in politics, charity work, things like that?
Oh, yeah. She did a lot of stuff with children's organizations. I mean, she was famous for the stuff she did.
And yet, somehow, Mrs. Buchanan found time to spend with her stepson, and your father didn't.
Your Honor.
I get your point, Ms. Williamson. Move on.
Is it safe to say that you like Mrs. Buchanan?
Oh, yeah. I mean, she was really there for me, you know. Times when you can't really talk to your mother, so you just need somebody. I was always grateful to her for that.
Excuse me. Is this Kevin Buchanan's custody hearing?
Yes. So, you say
What is going on?
was a good stepmother.
The bullet has entered the chamber.
Did you know that she always wanted to have children of her own?
Well, everybody did. She talked about it all the time. She's crazy about children.
Do you think that Kelly Buchanan would make a good mother?
Your Honor, what young Mr. Buchanan thinks is not relevant.
I'll rephrase. Have you had the opportunity to see Kelly with Ace?
Yes, ma'am. She absolutely loves that little boy. I mean, anybody could see that he is the most important thing to her in the world.
Your Honor.
Nothing further. Thank you, Mr. Buchanan.
Has your father given you any financial support over the years?
Always, sir. He still does.
Is he happily, willingly paying for your college education?
Yes, sir.
And asked you to move here to attend a college near him?
Yes, sir.
No further questions.
Mr. Buchanan, you may step down. Next witness.
Your Honor, I would like to call Paige Nelson to the stand.
Who is that woman?
I have no idea.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Could you please state your name for the court?
I'm Paige Nelson.
Miss Nelson, what do you do for a living?
I'm an escort.
You keep men company for money.
Exactly.
What was the nature of your relationship with Kevin Buchanan?
Kevin frequently used my services while his wife was pregnant with their son.
Abre tus ojos. Estamos aquí, Angelina.
She'll pull through this. She's a strong woman.
How's she doing?
She's still unconscious.
You don't belong here.
She took a bullet that was meant for me. She saved my life.
Yeah, that's right. And now she could die for it.
I'm sorry about what happened. You need to know that.
I'll just feel a lot better when she can talk to us herself.
Yes, me too. That way I can thank her for what she did and find out why she did it.
What are you talking about? It was an accident.
No. No, she pushed me out of the way and took that bullet for me. She put my life in front of her own. And I think you both know why.
You know, John, for the last time, I really don't know anything about any paintings, okay? My car broke down. We had to stop. Paul was just about to fix it when your goon squad showed up. And, I didn't know it was against the law to break down in your own car.
Either I have the magic touch, or once again, you're lying.
Wow, you fixed it. I mean, engine must have cooled down since I tried last. Probably flooded it, I'm sure.
This is what you were trying to tell me the other night. Why didn't you?
Nothing to tell.
Nothing to tell. You said you knew about a crime.
That was that. I saw a busboy stick his hand in the till, and the manager took care of it. All right, it's cool.
Natalie, why do you keep doing this? You know, Kramer keeps getting you into it, and I'm not always going to be there to get you out of it.
Okay, no one asked you to. Could you please just leave Paul and me alone, okay? Alone.
I'm a cop. Paul's a rat and a thief. As much as I'd like to, he's making it kind of hard for me to stay away. And you...
No crime was committed here, John.
Hey, look. No matter how hard you want to push away the people that really care about you, I don't feel like quitting just yet. No matter how hard you drive me to want to stay away. Look, whether you like it or not, you ain't no tough guy. And deep down, you got nothing but good in you.
Where did that get me?
Where is this getting you?
I have no idea why Angelina would put herself in danger for you.
I do. Angelina's always been the kind of woman whose natural instinct is to put someone else's life before that of her own.
Before this happened, Angelina was at the diner talking to my mother. Now, I have no idea what was said, and it was intense. But whatever it was, they wanted no one to hear it.
Really? Well, if you're that curious, why didn't you go ask your mother?
I'm asking you. Did Angelina ever mention my mother over the years?
Antonio, you're beginning to sound like a broken record. For the last time, I did not know of Tia Carlota until just before I came to Landview.
We never discussed men's side of the family. You know that.
All right. Let me know when she wakes up.
He's got a lot of questions.
Well, as long as he doesn't get any answers. I need to go speak to her doctor.
Sleep, Angelina. I can't have you saying anything.
Miss Nelson, could you describe for the court the work you did for Mr. Buchanan?
He paid for my favors. He was one of my regulars.
That's... Your Honor, that's... I don't even know this woman.
Mr. Emerson, please control your client.
David, that looks like my bracelet.
Huh. It does look like your bracelet.
He paid you to sleep with him.
Well, after a couple months, I couldn't take his money anymore. I was falling for him.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Mr.
Come on.
Buchanan, I am warning you.
That's when it turned into an affair. There was a real relationship. He was in love with me.
Kevin told you he was in love with you.
Kevin told me that he was going to leave his wife for me. But then she announced her pregnancy on TV. He was so upset. He felt that we had to break it off.
But Kevin didn't leave his wife.
No.
Don Manning is behind this, I'm telling you.
He was just using me. You know, getting my services for free. But when I found out that he was sleeping with another woman besides his wife, that's when I realized what a fool I had been.
Nothing further. Your witness.
How did Mr. Buchanan pay you?
My business is cash only, if you know what I mean.
I see. Where did the two of you normally meet for your transactions?
His office. One time in his limo, out of town. We met last November in Harrisburg. The 8th, at the Omni.
I I was there for a meeting with Johnson, but I swear I was alone. Damn it.
How much longer is this going to take? Stay strong. Things look good, but it's not a done deal yet.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you, Miss Nelson. You may step down. Are there any further witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to recall Kelly Kramer Buchanan to the stand.
Fine. We'll take a 5-minute recess first. That must have been terrible for poor Kelly to hear.
Don't worry, we'll tell her the truth later. She'll bounce back quick.
I knew it. You are the most amazing man.
David, we need to talk now. Kelly, where are you going? I need to freshen up. Stay strong, okay? Just think about Ace. You'll be fine. Hey. How you doing?
It's been a tough day. How about you?
Well, it's been a very weird legal experience, but I think I have an excellent shot of winning this case if Kelly can keep it together.
Mrs. Buchanan, would you want a mentally incapacitated drug user taking care of your son?
Think of your baby, I can do this. I'll just think of my son. The judge is waiting.
We now join regularly scheduled programming already in progress.
Trying to scare me. So if you don't have any charges to press against me, I'd really like to go home.
You could have been killed. Do you ever think about that?
Okay, yeah. I could have been killed in some theoretical heist that I was theoretically involved in.
The gun wasn't theoretical, Natalie. What, are you trying to change this clown? You think you can save Kramer?
No. That's your MO, not mine.
Look, I know what you're doing, all right? It's the code. Don't rat on people you love. And you love Kramer, right? And Kramer loves you. But does he follow the same code?
What does that mean?
He's done it before. How long do you think it will take Paul to tell those cops you were involved in this right up to your neck?
I saw you at the construction site. You were talking about the $100 million, then you mentioned my name. John finds you at my apartment snooping around. Shut up! No more lies. You said you know nothing about the Santi organization. No family secrets, nothing about anything, but ever since you came into my life, I've nearly died 3 times.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
The truth. I want the truth. And I'm not leaving until I get it.
Antonio's not answering his phone.
Maybe he got caught up in something.
Hey, from what I saw, you were great up there.
It was pretty rough.
It's almost over.
Hey, I asked Adriana to go to that charity thing with me.
Mm-hmm.
She turned me down flat.
She did? I'm sorry to hear about that. Excuse me. Hello?
Yeah, this is Braxton. It's done. You got what you paid for.
I have some business to take care of. I hope everything works out for the best.
Well, I'm glad Blair could stay through my testimony.
She had to go pick up Star, but she was very confident that you were going to win.
Oh, where's Ace?
He's with the nanny. She's bringing him over here now.
You had to celebrate your victory.
Hey, Kelly, we have to sit down now.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much for Paige Nelson.
Oh.
She really turned the tide in Kelly's favor.
Now, that was worth a measly old bracelet, don't you think?
My bracelet for her testimony? No problem. But that better be all you gave her.
All rise.
Be seated.
Where are Paul and Rex?
Paul and Rex are going to spend the night in a holding cell.
Based on what? What charges?
DA's got a lot to choose from.
And what about me?
You can go. Hey. I meant what I said in the car earlier. Think about it. Yeah, McBain. Slow down. Tell me exactly how he escaped.
Thank you for getting me out of that dump of a jail.
Shut up.
What?
How could you let Angelina get in the way of that bullet?
Antonio. Ay, Dios mío. Antonio. Is Antonio all right?
Now, we could do this here, or you could come down to the station. But either way, you're gonna talk.
Antonio, the men I was talking to were suppliers for Caliente.
You were at a construction site in the middle of the night.
Well, you know how it is with contractors. They're not always completely legal. The money we were talking about was for renovations.
I know what I heard, Sonia. You mentioned my name.
Well, because having a cop in my pocket just shows I mean business. Besides, I always talk about you. You know how I feel about you. How can you have such good feelings about me and such bad feelings at the same time?
I'm serious.
So am I.
In the matter of custody of the minor child, Asa Buchanan II, I have reached a decision. This is not a simple case, but in essence, it boils down to one simple overriding question. Shall the child live with Kevin Buchanan, or shall the child live with Kelly Buchanan?
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.
The next One Life to Live.
Which parent can provide the most loving environment for this young child?
Either you're really, really close to El Tiburón, or you are El Tiburón. Which is it?
Keeps getting in the way. Next time he's not gonna be that lucky.
This fall, before The Bachelor picks the girl, the girls will pick The Bachelor. Premieres Wednesday in 3 weeks, only on ABC. Sometimes one just isn't enough.